The veil between our world and the unknown is thin, especially in the dead of night. Whispers travel on the wind, carrying tales of creatures that lurk at the edge of our vision, preying on our deepest fears. Tonight, we delve into three chilling accounts, three encounters that will leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. We're talking about the black-eyed children. These aren't your typical trick-or-treaters. Imagine, if you will, a knock at your door after midnight. You peer through the peephole, and standing on your porch are two children, their eyes hollowed out, replaced by an abyss of pure black. These encounters, reported across the globe, send chills down the spines of even the most hardened skeptics. Are these stories merely the product of overactive imaginations, or is there something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? Tonight we explore three terrifying tales of the black-eyed children. Prepare yourself, for once you look into the void may start looking back at you. Picture this, a quaint suburban home, shrouded in the stillness of a moonless night. Inside, a young woman named Sarah reads a book, seeking solace from a stressful day. The only sounds are the gentle hum of the refrigerator and the ticking of the grandfather clock in the hall. Suddenly, a sharp rap on the door shatters the silence. Sarah startles, her heart pounding in her chest. It's past midnight. Who could possibly be at her door at this hour? Curiosity outweighs her fear, and she cautiously approaches the door, peering through the peephole. Two figures stand illuminated by the porch light. Children, a boy and a girl, no older than 10. They wear matching hoodies, their faces obscured by the shadows of their hoods. Relief washes over Sarah. It's just kids, probably lost or looking for help. She unlocks the deadbolt and opens the door a crack, peering down at the children. "Can I help you?" she asks, her voice trembling slightly. The children remain silent, their faces still hidden from view. "Are you lost?" Sarah tries again, her unease growing with each passing second. The boy slowly lifts his head, and Sarah feels a chill run down her spine. His eyes, wide and unblinking, are completely black, devoid of any iris or white. The girl beside him mirrors his movement, her head tilting upwards, revealing the same terrifying black voids where her eyes should be. Sarah stumbles back, her hand flying to her mouth to stifle a scream. Fear, raw and primal, grips her heart in a vice. The children take a step closer, their expressions blank, emotionless. A low, guttural voice, seemingly emanating from both children simultaneously, sends shivers down Sarah's spine. "Let us in," they whisper, their voices raspy, as if unused for centuries. Sarah slams the door shut, fumbling with the deadbolt. Her hands shake uncontrollably as she struggles to lock the door. The children's soft, insistent knocking continues, each tap echoing like a hammer blow against her sanity. She scrambles away from the door, her back pressed against the wall, her eyes darting around the room, searching for an escape, a weapon, anything to protect herself from the unearthly terror on the other side of the door. The knocking continues relentlessly, accompanied by the children's chilling whispers. "Let us in, let us in." Sarah spends the rest of the night huddled in the corner of her living room, every creak of the house, every rustle of leaves outside her window, sending fresh waves of terror through her. When the first rays of dawn finally pierce through the darkness, she dares to approach the door. Cautiously, she peers through the peephole. The porch is empty. Relief washes over her, but it is a fleeting feeling, overshadowed by the chilling certainty that she will never truly escape the memory of the black-eyed children and their bone-chilling request. Our next story takes us to a small town in the American heartland, where a group of children were enjoying a sunny afternoon at the local park. Laughter and shouts filled the air as they chased each other on the playground, their youthful energy boundless. Among them was a young boy named Michael, known for his vivid imagination and love for adventure. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the playground, Michael wandered away from his friends. drawn to the secluded corner of the park where a lone swing set stood beneath the shade of an ancient oak tree. As he approached the swing set, he noticed two figures sitting silently on the swings, their backs facing him. They were children, a boy and a girl, dressed in dark clothing that seemed oddly out of place in the bright sunshine. Curiosity piqued. Michael cautiously approached them, his footsteps muffled by the soft grass. "Hi," he said tentatively, his voice barely a whisper. The children didn't respond. They continued to swing gently, their movements slow and deliberate, almost mechanical. Michael tried again, his voice a little louder this time. "What are you doing?" he asked. The girl stopped swinging and slowly turned to face Michael. Her face was pale and expressionless, her eyes hidden behind a pair of large, dark sunglasses. Michael felt a shiver run down his spine. There was something unsettling about her gaze, even though he couldn't see her eyes. The boy on the other swing remained still, his back to Michael. "We're waiting," the girl finally spoke, her voice flat and monotone, devoid of any emotion. "Waiting for what?" Michael asked, his curiosity now tinged with a growing sense of unease. The girl slowly removed her sunglasses, and Michael gasped in horror. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, were completely black, like two bottomless pits staring back at him. He stumbled back, his heart pounding in his chest. The boy on the other swing finally turned around, revealing the same terrifying black eyes. He stood up and took a step towards Michael, his movements slow and deliberate, like a predator stalking its prey. "We need your help," the boy said, his voice a low growl that seemed to vibrate deep within Michael's bones. Michael didn't wait to hear what they needed help with. He turned and ran faster than he had ever run before. The image of the black-eyed children seared into his mind. He didn't stop running until he reached the safety of his home, slamming the door shut behind him and bolting it. He never went back to the park alone again, forever haunted by the memory of the encounter and the chilling request for help from the children with eyes like black holes. The laughter and joy of the playground were replaced with a lingering sense of dread, a constant reminder that some things are best left undisturbed, hidden in the shadows where they belong. Chapter 3. The Roadside Meeting. Our tale takes us down a desolate highway in the Nevada desert, where silence and isolation reign. A lone truck driver named Jack found himself on this highway late one night, his only companions the hum of his engine and his headlights piercing the darkness. As he rounded a bend, his headlights illuminated two figures standing by the side of the road. It was two children, a boy and a girl, dressed in clothes that seemed out of place. Jack, a kind-hearted man, pulled over and called out to them, "Hey kids, are you all right? Need some help?" The children slowly turned towards him, their movements stiff and unnatural. Their eyes, wide and unblinking, were completely black. Fear gripped Jack's heart, but he felt compelled to help them. The children smiled, revealing rows of sharp, pointed teeth. The last thing Jack saw was the two black-eyed children climbing into his truck, their laughter echoing in his ears. 3 stories, 3 encounters that defy rational explanation. Sarah, Michael, and Jack, forever marked by their encounters with the black-eyed children. Their experiences, while terrifying, leave us with more questions than answers. What are these entities that lurk at the edge of our reality? Are they lost souls, interdimensional beings, or something far more sinister? Are they figments of our collective unconscious, manifestations of our deepest fears taking shape in the darkness? The truth, as always, remains elusive, but one thing is certain. The black-eyed children continue to haunt our stories, our nightmares, and perhaps even our world. Tell me, do you believe? Have you had your own encounter with these enigmatic beings? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Until next time, sleep tight and remember, sometimes it's best not to answer the door.